Hydrangeas, they are deciduous. This particular one anyway is deciduous. And it also has a similar growth habit than the rose in that it has old stems and new stems. The new stems are more sort of coppery looking, okay? And like the rose, it does need to be renewed year after year. You can see where whoever pruned this before did a good job, and they were pruning the main central stem that was probably older. So all of those come from last year. And what they did, which I'm glad to see, is that they left the flower heads on it, because sometimes in winter flower heads look lovely with frost and stuff like that. But now it's come to the time where spring is coming soon and you want the new growth to take over. So basically you would take one stem at a time and work your way around and see whatever the stem, the new coppery looking stem is, and see and recognize where the buds are. So that sort of line across the stem is a bud.
Sorry.
We call it an eye, all of them. This one, that one, this one, that one. Okay? So you would count something like 1, 2, maybe 3, between 2 or 3 buds, and you cut above it. So see, if I was to cut here, the new buds will emerge from there. Now the next stem has to be somewhere either higher than that one or lower, so as for not to create any competition between them. So I can see that bud, I cut above it, this time actually at a right angle because there is buds on both sides. I don't want to direct that, the water in any particular way. Okay.
So they don't have to be cut at an angle?
Not at an angle, not in this case, because there's buds at both
right,
sides
yes.
of the stem, okay? As I work my way around, I keep doing the same, and it takes a lot less thinking. Just pull one stem, always pull one stem with the left hand, cut with the right hand, so that you know what is offering resistance is the stem you're aiming for, and follow it, and just keep cutting at different heights all the time. Down and lower and higher. The general aim is that it goes down to about that height, more or less. So you keep going everywhere. Of course, that's where your eye needs to be trained to observe the actual darker shade of color of the bud. And you see the difference between doing it this way and if I was to come with the shears, everything would be at the same height. I'm going to take those from the bottom because remember the idea of clearing the bottom part to allow for worms and activity and even the rain to fall, and hoeing, believe it or not, even hoeing. So that's now nice and clear. So I keep going, just up and down, ensuring that next year's new growth is going to be fresh, airy. If I see something crossing too much, I choose and release one of the stems so there's no competition there. So it's a lot easier than a rose because it's just decision based on height. Okay, say that for example, and those two are crossing, so I'm going to cut them completely from where they grow. Similarly to roses, we don't want too much compaction there in the center. So see how I'm already clearing the center a good bit. Not totally, not as much as the rose, but a little bit. I'll cut that one a bit thinner. So I'm just going on up and down sort of motion. That one's crossing, I'm going to completely cut it. That one's crossing as well. Up, down, middle, and voila! Alright?
Very good.